Hello, this is David Jenkins, La Plata Town Council member from Ward 4. I will be your host for this podcast titled La Plata Ward 4 Update, providing updates about the La Plata Town Council meetings, issues affecting you as residents, and other related activities. I've also started a La Plata Ward 4 video update, which are short videos about specific projects and issues, and have been posted to my Facebook page, facebook.com/djenkinslp Town Council Ward 4 /. These videos are also posted to the app or the website called Nextdoor, www.nextdoor.com/newsfeed. A little background, the Town Council has their work sessions each month on the second and third Tuesday, and then we have our business meeting on the fourth Tuesday. All meetings start at 6 p.m., and now the Town Council work sessions and business meetings are now hybrid. That is, you can attend in person or virtually. Each agenda provides a link to attend virtually using the Microsoft Teams platform. Meeting agendas can be accessed to the town website, www.townlaplata.org. And please note, all meetings are recorded, so you can view them later at your leisure. So now let's get started with our latest update. Hi, and welcome again to this latest episode of La Plata Ward 4 Update Podcast. This is Dave Jenkins, La Plata Town Council member from Ward 4, and your host for these podcasts. There's been a lot of discussion, questions, and comments recently about growth in La Plata. At the same time, there has been criticisms and comments about La Plata and perhaps how La Plata's growth has and is contributing to the perceived lack of water and school overcrowding. The purpose of this episode, then, is to provide some facts and context about this growth and the criticism about our growth as well. Let's first start with population. In 2010, according to the 2010 census, the Charles County population was 146,551 people. According to the 2020 census, county population then has increased to 166,617. An increase of 20,066 people, or 13.6% over 10 years. Let's now turn to La Plata's population. In 2010, La Plata's population was 8,753. In the 2020 census, La Plata's population increased to 10,143, an increase of 1,390 persons, or 15.8%, again over a 10-year period. It is interesting to note, however, that La Plata's 2020 population, again 10,143, is only 6.1% of Charles County's 2020 population of 166,617 folks. So now let's turn to more specific data as documented in the La Plata's 2021 La Plata Planning Commission Annual Report and the 2020 Charles County Planning Commission Annual Report. Both of these reports are required annually by the Maryland Department of Planning, and both of these reports are available online at both the town website and the county website. First, let's talk about population in Charles County. First, while the population growth from 2010 to 2020 has increased by 13.6%, the yearly population growth, that is, again, the yearly growth, was only 1.09%, which is consistent with the county's current 2016 comprehensive goal of limiting or having growth not exceed a certain rate. So over a 10-year period, the yearly rate is 1.09%. Building permit data is also an important indicator as it represents actual development that may have been in the process for many years. Now, this is the case for the ongoing development of St. Charles, and as you drive along St. Charles Parkway, you can certainly see that new development that's ongoing. And again, that's in Charles County, just outside the town boundary. So the county's 50-year building permit average is 926 building permits per year. The average residential permits approved in the last 10 years, however, is 784. Another goal in the county's comprehensive plan, again dated 2016, has been a goal to preserve open space and land preservation of 50% of the total county land area, or to preserve 147,202 acres, which is 50% of the county's land area of 294,404 acres. And as of 2020, 101 and 93 acres has been preserved, which is 68% of the comp plan goal, or 30% of the total county land area. So they've made significant progress in meeting that goal of land open space preservation. Now, the average annual growth rate for building permits, again in Charles County, over the same 50-year period has been or is 3.05%, while the average annual building permit growth for the last 10 years between 2011 and 2020 is 1.05%. That is also significant as well. Another indicator of growth is the impact on county public schools. Please note, and it's important to understand, that La Plata, the town of La Plata, does not fund or build public schools. This is a state and county function only. However, having said that, all development that goes to the review process within the town is subject to the county school allocation policy and requirements. So they have to wait in line just like everybody else does. They also have to provide, if they're large enough, to provide school sites subject to approval by the Board of Education. This is certainly the case under the current development of Pine Grove, formerly known as Heritage Green. So total county school enrollment in 2009 was 26,313 students versus 26,875 as of November of 2021. This is an increase of 562 students, or a growth of 2.1%. Now, it is certainly recognized that the 2020 school enrollment was likely lower due to the impact of COVID-19. And it can be expected that as a general increase in population happens, there will be growth first in elementary schools, and then that'll then move on and move through the middle and high schools as well. So now let's turn to La Plata and their 2021 annual report. So I'm going to provide you with some residential building permit data since 2014. This is residential building permits only. So in 2014, the town issued 58 residential building permits. There were 50 in 2015, 38 in 2016, 33 in 2017, 112 in 2018, 86 in 2019, 103 in 2020, and in 2021, there were a total of 112 residential permits that were issued by the town. As another as another way to plan for growth, the town planning staff is developing a development capacity analysis and building permit tracking spreadsheet as we prepare for anticipated development and the need to prepare for additional infrastructure. That is water, sewer, stormwater management, and roads, and the resultant transportation impacts. Now, this includes, or projected build-out includes, the build-out of current existing projects, which include Agricopia, Steeplechase, Hawthorne Green, and Pine Grove, formerly known as Heritage Green. And again, please note that Heritage Green was annexed originally in 1990. Now, there are new projects currently underway right now, and this includes Charles Street Apartments, which is now under construction, Stagecoach, which was just recently approved by the Planning Commission, and Mallard's Pond, a townhouse project that was annexed in the town several years ago. There are also 2 annexation requests, which I've talked about before. One is called The Hub, and the other Hawthorne Yards, which these, if approved, and they have not been approved, could add additional residential units. Please note that both of these annexation requests have had and have completed Town Planning Commission review and have had the required Town Council public hearings this past summer and earlier this fall. Please also note that both of these annexations are currently on hold for any further decisions by the town council at the request of the developers as they resolve some legal issues. I don't have any information as of today when they may come back and seek approval. Now, I also have provided an overall video of all these development projects, and I will provide that video link in the episode notes. Now, another tool the town is working on is called an Adequate Public Facilities Ordinance, or APFO. This is currently being drafted by the town planning department. This provides developers with the required standards for infrastructure improvements when they are submitting plans. And so this is needed when they file their plans for review by the staff and then eventually by the Planning Commission. Also, and I've talked about this earlier in previous podcasts and videos, the planning staff also maintains a monthly update about development projects on their town webpage. So if you're interested, there's also an opportunity to go onto this website and sign up for a monthly email updates that can be provided to you so you can follow development activities in the town. So in closing, while La Plata and Charles County are experiencing growth, the town staff has and continues to provide information to you, the residents, and the community, as well as developing necessary tools for this growth. But I want to close with the following important elements or information that is really important to understand. First, as an incorporated town with the appropriate zoning authority and police powers, we are part of the larger growth that's in Charles County. And again, remember, La Plata's population is 6% of the county population, but the town is not the sole source of growth impacting county schools and water supply. As I mentioned earlier, there's additional and larger developments going on in Charles County. So they affect those infrastructure elements as well. Second, La Plata does not fund or build schools. However, any town development proposal must obtain a school allocation from Charles County. Third, La Plata and Charles County don't own the groundwater or aquifers where we gain water from. The state of Maryland, through the Maryland Department of the Environment, provide regulatory review of any withdrawal from these aquifers through what they call a groundwater appropriation permit, or GAP. And this process regulates water use and allocation. It is fully recognized that the town and the county need additional water, and that includes additional sources of water. The town has worked with the Maryland Department of the Environment since 2008 to secure an additional groundwater appropriation permit. And this effort continues today in concert with both the Maryland Department of the Environment and Charles County commissioners and their staff. And finally, it is imperative that La Plata and Charles County continue to work together for the benefit of all our residents because we share a common geography. Thanks again for listening. Again, email me at djenkins@townoflaplata.org with your comments and questions. Please enjoy the fall weather, and I hope to hear from you soon. Thank you. This concludes the latest La Plata Town Council Ward 4 update. I hope you find this podcast informative and useful. So let me know what you think. I look forward to speaking to you again and listening to your questions and concerns. To reach me, my email address is djenkins@townoflaplata.org, or my cell phone number is 301-263-3471. Thanks for listening. Talk to you soon.